What's up, y'all? Just chilling tonight. Just had a thought in my head. It's like, I don't think I've ever really went over, where I came from and where I think I'm headed in the automotive industry. Little history about myself. And my parents were mechanics. My grandpa was a mechanic. My dad does auto body repair. My uncle was a mechanic. I was always working in the yard with them. We didn't even have a garage. We just worked in the driveway, worked in the street, worked in the parking lot when our cars got broke down. And then when I was 17, still in high school, had a baby, started working in the muffler shops. Really enjoyed doing that, building exhaust systems and doing brake jobs and doing shocks and struts and that sort of thing. It was mainly just undercar work. We did front end work. We didn't even do wheel alignments. We actually sent them down the road because it was just a little shop. So I did that for probably about 10 years. And then I had a Pontiac Grand Prix with I don't remember if it was a 2.8 or a 3.1, but it was the beginning of the fuel injection engines that turned into like the 3100s and the 3400s, and needed to do an intake gasket on it. And the push rods were different lengths on it. So I was doing it here at the house. I got a garage out back. No big deal, Didn't have YouTube back then. Didn't have much instruction. Had to go get a Schulten's manual and tear that thing down. Well, the push rods were different lengths in it. And I didn't know it. I didn't pay attention. I was young, cocky. Hurried up, put it back together, and mixed up the push rods on one cylinder. Ended up bending one of the valves. I had to haul it down south of here about 30 minutes to a buddy of mine's house and drop it off for a week. Of course, it's my wife's car. She was pissed. She would just started working at the hospital doing x-rays. And I think at that time was when our second baby was on the way, but I can't remember exactly what the time frame was. But that's when I decided, man, I really want to step up my game and, become a full service technician, do everything, do engine work, do this, do that. Looked around at a couple places, never really was interested in working for them. And I found this old mom and pop guy just 2 miles down the road from my house. He decided he was going to take a chance on me, and he had a couple guys that were getting ready to retire, and they were ready to pass on their knowledge to me. So they hung out for like, I don't know, maybe 8-9 months, showed me the ropes. I learned a lot from the guys I worked with. Paid a lot of attention, handed them wrenches and swept up their mess for them and stuff. Gain their respect, so they would pass on their wares to me pretty much. Then I took a couple certification classes, took the test, got certified, went to as many seminars and classes as I could that, the parts houses put on and manufacturers put on. Worked at that building for 22 years. I actually just switched jobs, which was kind of scary for me. I'm 30 years into this thing now, and a lot of times I was working 2 jobs. I was working in the old muffler shop part-time, helping them out, and vice versa, and just got a good collection of tools, got a good collection of knowledge. I've been humble. I try and learn something every day, and usually I do, believe it or not. Where I work now, we work on big trucks, big dump trucks and semi-tractors and trailers and weird compressors and generators and pumps and the aero bores that you see on the street. I was actually working on one of those guys today. So, I've been blessed. Worked with a lot of good guys over the years. A couple years ago, it's been about 3 or 4 years ago now, got hurt, got a hernia, had surgery. It went wrong. Ended up they nicked my bowel. I had to go back in the hospital. I was off work for about 3 months, and when I got back to work, I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do all the real high-paced work, working on flat rate and stuff. So that's when I got a job at our county garage. It's a little bit more laid back. I pay by the hour. But I guess my biggest point is now at this point, that's where I started. And then now I want to go over where I'm going, where I want to go, at least my plan. I started the YouTube stuff in October of 2020. I know I put it off way too long. I should have started a lot earlier, but I wasn't real comfortable in front of the camera. I just, didn't think anybody wanted to see this face on TV, which I don't even know if you do or not anyway. But anyhow, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to pass on some knowledge. I know I haven't really been putting up any, work-related videos lately because we've just been busy with the holidays and vacations and stuff. But I've got a lot of projects coming. I want to show you guys. If you guys have any questions, you can get a hold of me. I'm sure one way or another. I'm on everything. My channel, actually should be down in here on my channel page. I've got all my links like Facebook, Instagram, my website. I think you can get to my email from the website. If you guys got any questions or if you want me to go over something in an episode, feel free to put that out there, because that's pretty much where I'm heading now. I think I want to slow down working on cars and kind of start teaching guys how to do it. Got 2 young guys at work that I've kind of taken under my wing, and I'm showing them how to work on the car stuff because they come from the big truck stuff. So I've been learning a lot from them. It's pretty awesome to have a couple 30-year-old kids teaching the old man how to do stuff. But it's vice versa. It's trade. I'm showing them because I want to make them more versatile, and they're making me more versatile. So I think eventually, if I can, I need to go back and get my master certification. I'd probably like to start trying to help teach at the local community colleges and trade schools. I call them co-op schools, but like the high school kids that go to another building to learn trades. That's pretty much, that's where I'm headed. So just kind of want to touch base with everybody, let you know my history, let you know the past, let you know the present, let you know the future. We'll see what happens. YouTube channel's doing good. I do an audio podcast also, which I'll put the audio from this on that podcast. I'll put a link to it if you guys want to watch the video. If you do listen to it on the audio side, you can see my big old ugly head. But I appreciate all of you. Let's keep up the good work. I hope I'm helping you guys. And like I said, if you got any suggestions on what kind of content you want me to put out there, if you want me to do a video on a certain thing, let me know, and I'll do what I can to get it done. If I gotta go rent a car and take it apart, I'll do it. I want to show you guys that it's pretty much all you gotta do is just get out there and take something apart. It's pretty much that simple. Remember where everything goes back. So hey, appreciate you all. Get out there and fix something. I'll see you next time.